And your first big triumph with Mercedes was the Mille Miglia of 1955. You know, whatever the emotions about you driving a foreign car may have been, the fact was that here you had a machine and an organization worthy of your skill and of your efforts. Now, also that year came what may be remembered as your most controversial victory, the British Grand Prix at Aintree. You and Fangio, never more than feet between you the whole race, you just leading on the last lap, and everyone wondering just what was going to happen, including Robin Richards and me in our BBC commentary boxes.
Here we are, we'll listen to them come by. Here's Stirling Moss in the Mercedes. There's Fangio, about 3 cars length between them. They've closed right up, and they're very, very close indeed together as we go back to Raymond Baxter at the grandstand.
Still Stirling Moss leads by 2 cars length, and there's less than a quarter of a mile to go now as they come into Ted's corner, and they're going to lap Musso on the Maserati. No, they're not, and the crowds rise to greet Moss, and Moss is waving Fangio up, and they're going to go across the line in echelon port, giving the victory in the RAC Grand Prix of 1955 to Stirling Moss of Great Britain from Juan Manuel Fangio of the Argentine.
When Mercedes packed in racing to rest on their laurels, I signed with Mazas for 56. This is the Monza Grand Prix. I remember following Harry Schell for quite a time. He was driving a Van Wall, and I was most impressed by the way the car behaved. Its performance was fantastic. So for 1957, I signed with Tony Vandervelde. One of the greatest thrills of my life was winning the British Grand Prix. My Van Wall packed up early in the race, and by prior arrangement, I took over Tony's car. The first British Grand Prix to be won by a British car and a British driver. 1957 and 58 were 2 wonderful years.
And Tony Vandervelde's Van Walls really were going from strength to strength with you, Tony Brooks, and poor Stuart Rose-Evans in the team. Mind you, the boyish grin was disappearing from the center of the laurel wreath in those days.
So I was getting old by then. I won the 1958 Dutch Grand Prix ahead of Harry Schell and Jean Behra on BRMs. So that was the 3rd successive Grand Prix won by Britain that year. The last Formula One event of the season was the Moroccan Grand Prix at Casablanca. That was the race in which I lost the World Championship by just 1 point to Mike Hawthorne, although I managed to win the race and got fastest lap.